Hello, guys. I can see your comments. I'll respond. I'm just trying to share the links across the platforms, across all our platforms and community before I get started immediately with us. And so let me make this broader instead. Okay, guys. Please let me know if you can hear me. Drop a comment. Okay, I can see our comments, but drop a comment if you can hear me right now. If it's clear and probably you can hear what I'm saying, drop a comment. Drop a comment. I want to be sure that you guys can hear me. You can hear me, drop a comment. Okay, fantastic. I think it's delaying for the comments for me to see the comments pop up, but it's popping up now. So welcome everybody. Welcome to today's session. So this is our first special live trading session for the year 2024. We've never had a live trading session this year apart from the previous ones we had in the previous in 2023, and we've recorded insane profits, massive gains with massive profitability, massive making money with the live trading sessions we've had. So we are gonna proceed to holding our first live trading session this year. So probably if you're joining on Facebook, on Twitter X, on Twitter.tv, or you're joining on YouTube, do a favor of sharing the video because it's going to help to reach out to more persons who needs to hear what I'm going to be saying today, and it's going to be beneficial for them. So you're doing good to somebody. You might not have money to give to somebody, but you might have the opportunity. You have the opportunity right now to share a video that could give them money. So do that good to them. If you're also make sure you like the video and all that, it helps the algorithm and all that. So let's get straight to what we have today. We're talking about what coins can make us rich in 2024. What are we looking about? What are our speculations about? What are we looking about? So like we always say at the beginning of every video, that nothing we say it's financial advice, but you have yourself to advise. One thing I tell people is when you begin to take decisions this year, by the end of 2024, you're going to have experienced one of two pains. Is either you've experienced the pain of regret or the pain of discipline. And I tell you, it is better for you to experience the pain of discipline than the pain of regret, because the pain of discipline will reward you immensely than the pain of regret, whereby you're going to look back and say, had I known. You don't want to be on that end of those who are going to regret. You want to be on the end of those who they are going to be testifying about. Remember, I told you guys that uh, as the bull run intensifies and as we're leading into next year, we are going to resume our millionaire series. We had a series we started that was in 2021 in our previous YouTube channel, and in that series, I interviewed most people who I mentor in the VIP who have started making millions in crypto. Most of them started with almost zero and they made their first million and they are doing a couple of millions already. They are millionaires as a result of the opportunity of cryptocurrencies. And I was interviewing each of them in each of those sessions. And it was an amazing time, which most of us loved. But sadly, we lost that YouTube channel and all the content. But regardless of that unfortunate experience, we move on and we are unstoppable. So I told myself that as the bull run intensifies to the later part of this year, coming next year, I'm going to do that again, whereby we are going to have that session basically going to be online. And like I promised us when we had the Accelerate 2024, I told us that in our next Accelerate is going to be a physical event. It's going to be a physical event, and you want to get ready for that. I want to see as many billionaires who are going to be out coming out of our community who are going to be present. And I told you guys that if you watch my videos, if you listen to Shifu Wealth, you listen to the teachings I gave, the strategies I gave, the offers I gave, the updates and timeless informations I gave, and by the end of this bull run, you can't boast of $1 million, then know that you have failed me and you failed yourself. $1 million, it's not even the target, it's just a random number. That's why I stated that the poorest person in the House of Word community at the end of this bull run should be worth $100,000. So if somebody comes and say I'm worth $100,000, we're going to say that guy is a poor guy. So we classify poverty as $100,000. So anyone who is definitely in the winning categories should be $1 million and above. So expand your mind, expand your vision, or whatever teaching you are receiving, because there's never a time like such as this in the history of the world whereby you have an opportunity at your fingertips to change your lives and to have a better tomorrow. So welcome to today's live trading session. Let's begin. For a while, I haven't done market overviews, I haven't done Bitcoin predictions and all that. And you guys know why I haven't done that. I explained it to you guys why I haven't done any of such, especially because of the way the market is and what we're expecting regarding the ETFs and all that. And I said that based on what we're expecting, that is going to determine what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, and how we're going to approach the market. So quickly, let's just look at the charts. And then I'm going to give you guys my forecast for BTC, which 90% of the time I am one of the most accurate people living in the world right now when it comes to predicting Bitcoin and crypto. Like I always tell you guys that um, BTC is my playground and is my baby boy. So we nail it most of the time. Most of the time. And I'm trying to look for a chart that is not going to be too. Okay, let me see if I can delete out most of these lines. Let me take this off as well. Someone is saying he can't hear me. Is he the only person having the issue, guys? He's saying he can't hear me. Can others hear me? I want to be sure other people can hear me. Is it just that dude that's having the issue, or others can hear me? I've always been a fan of Bear Beat and all that. So first and foremost, you want to look at one of the major things we're looking at two scenarios. The first scenario was the bullish scenario and the bearish scenario. The bearish scenario, which we had a bigger perspective that if with the ETFs and everything that's going to come, if it's disapproved or postponed and all that, we shouldn't expect price to close above this region. But you discover that price actually went and did what we call a stop hunt above this region, a stop hunt above this region, which totally defies the thesis that initially was expected. So whatever is happening in Bitcoin right now is basically a pullback. And if you need any form of good news or any form of assurance, this pullback is not going to last for a very, very long time. It's just basically going to give, should I say, a short term opportunity for people to be positioned. I know you might want to be looking at the imbalance here, imbalance there, imbalance here, and all that. So, but like I told you guys, that the fact that the ETF is approved is one thing you should know, that price action will not 100% help you in this period. I'm saying it from experience. You guys know I trade a lot and I focus a lot on price action. But what I mean is, we're in a point, we have entered a season whereby a lot of things is not going to make sense to a lot of people. And if you're a rigid kind of human being that refuses to adapt with what is happening, you are going to miss out entirely. Miss out entirely. This is not this we're not in an era of anybody trying to be super intelligent, super intelligent, super intelligent. We're in an era whereby, okay, so a lot of people say they can hear me. We're in an era whereby you just need to learn how to adjust with the flow per time percent, and you'll make a whole lot of money beyond your widest dream. So now, looking to the fact of the year, I gave an explanation of what we should expect in the year. First of all, in the fact that we have our halving coming up between April, in the month of April, so like that's when the halving is coming up. Between now and the halving, the market is going to move back to the previous all-time high of 2021. BTC is going to get to that point. So between now and the halving, I mean, BTC is going to move back to 50K and go above 50K. You should expect that. Expect that to happen. That BTC is going to move to 50K and above 50K within the next 2 to 3 months. And now, when that happens, that is not even the major, massive. A lot of money will be made, of course, but that is not even the major. Should I say? That's not the tick part. The major part is going to come after the halving, because after the halving we're going to be having ETH ETF as well, which might most likely get approved also after the halving, and that is going to skyrocket also the market. And with all that being in place, you best believe that you should not expect BTC heading for making new all-time highs. New all-time highs after making the previous high, its range. Then expect new all-time highs the other part of this year, and then expect the bull run to be closing as we enter next year. So this means you have less than 20 months to change your life. You have less than 20 months to transform your life. But here, looking at the shorter term, this is 18th of January. Looking at the shorter term, whatever we're having in the market right now is basically the market is retracing, and it could retrace to as low as 36K, to as low as 30K, to as low as 26K, any of this range. But this is the thing you need to understand, that no matter how low it retraces, it's not going to last that long. In fact, if you just need a better, clearer direction, know this: from February, the market will start picking up. From February, Bitcoin will continue its upwards journey. So we just have basically 2 weeks for this market to find a bottom. So what is happening here is like a higher high, a higher low is going to be formed. A higher low is going to form within this range. Now, whether it forms is not really most of your business, but you're certain that this is making highs, going to make higher highs. But where it's going to be forming is within the next 2 weeks. It's going to find a balance. And of course, obviously, we're going to have more intense price action analysis as the days goes by, as it becomes clearer, so we can find an entry for BTC. But even an entry on BTC is not even what matters. Like, it's not even what's most important. An entry on altcoins is what will be more profitable, because remember I told you guys that in this market, the market ranges 80% of the time. 80% of the time, and it's is only bullish about 20% to 30% of the time. So it ranges 70 to 80% of the time the market ranges, and it's only bullish or bearish, like makes an impulsive massive move just 20 to 30% of the time. So if this is the reason why most people are always losing money in trading, because they are trying to trade a trending market in a ranging market. And you might even see this market as trending right now, but the truth is it is not trending, it is actually ranging. And that's how it's going to be. It takes BTC takes a couple of weeks, then it makes one major movement, moves like that in a couple of directions for a few days, and then it stops and then rages again. And the bull run is not going to be any different. So what you're having right now is opportunity, chance, dips that you want to take advantage of in the short term. So it's important to know this and have this at the back of your mind as regards what the market is going to do this year, what it's going to do even in this first quarter, the movement you should expect within the next 2 weeks, and also even from the month of February. But there's something that is actually very, very powerful. There's something very, very powerful, something very, very, should I say, novel in all these things that is basically happening right now. Despite the fact that there's one thing that's very certain in a bullish market, everything goes up. Everything goes up. Every stupid thing, every good thing, every valuable thing, every rubbish thing, everything goes up in the bullish markets. Now, and that is why you see that is the time whereby a lot of people want to become experts, because almost everything they say, it seems like what they're saying is coming to pass and all that. You can literally just buy any shitcoin and just moves up in value and you make money. It's very easy. But this is the thing here. This is the thing here. Despite that everything goes up, not everything will move in the same proportion. Not every coin will move in the same proportion. In fact, there's only specific crypto coins, specific crypto assets that are going to do insanely well, retire people, and give them the life of dreams. Very few specific set of cryptocurrencies. And how do I know that? I know that because I have experienced two bull runs and I have experienced two bear runs. The first time I heard of crypto is 2015, and by the next year, 2016, I got into crypto. So I'm approximately have been in this space for 8 years now. And having experienced the two bull market and two bear markets, I can tell you what works and what doesn't work, what is and what isn't. And I made money in both bull markets. So much money in both bull markets. The first I made was from some bitcoins I left. I had about 25 bitcoins I left. Was it okay? I had about 25 bitcoins in 2017, and then at the end of towards the run, I had left was around between 1 to 4 pieces left towards the December period, because I actually wasted a lot of the bitcoins on a lot of rubbish stuffs, but which I don't want to talk about now. But I made a very terrible mistake that because I was left with just about 1 or 2 bitcoins. Yes, not much. And this is it. Despite that, I still made a lot of money at that time. It's not a lot of money, not a lot of money for me now, but at that then it was crazy amount of money based on my level then. But I made a terrible mistake, and the terrible mistake I made me to lose everything. I lost all. But the good thing was that by the time the second bull run was coming, I was well prepared, and then I made everything I lost. I made it back 100 times, not 10 times, 100 times. So much that every single goal I wrote that I'm going to achieve in the next 10 years, that is, I wrote them like, let's say 6, 7, 8 years ago. I wrote that I'm going to achieve these goals in the next 10 years. I'm not talking about 5 years ago now. Goals I wrote down in the next 10 years. Everything I got them achieved within 3 years. Within 3 years, I achieved everything. So it seemed like my whole life just moved so fast, and I became confused. Like, okay, what am I going to do with my life now? I started restructuring my life for the next 20, 50 years. So right now, my plans, the plan of my life, like my goals, runs through for the next 100 years. That is, if I'm going to live that long, and even if I don't live that long, it runs through to children, grandchildren, and all that. So it runs through for the next 100 years. So never will I ever get to that point whereby I've achieved everything. I'm going to be like, okay, what next? But that's the point. It was possible because I made so much money beyond what I could imagine by the second time. So now, based on this thing I just said, there are three sets of people that are on this live stream right now. There are three set of people that are watching me all across Twitter.tv, Twitter X, YouTube, Facebook, any of these four platforms you're watching me from. Every single person, over 2,000 plus of you, falls under three categories. And I'm going to mention each of these categories. The first category are those who have also witnessed two bull runs like me, but yet they have not progressed as they should be. In fact, anybody who've experienced two bull runs like myself should be a millionaire in dollars. It shouldn't be something that it shouldn't be arguable. You should be a millionaire in dollars. But if you had there, you haven't progressed. There are people who are still like that. They've experienced, I know a lot of them, and yet they are still struggling for peanuts. They are still arguing with people if the amount of there are some people who try to investigate if people really have the money they say they do. there are people who are in that category, and there are people who have money, and those who are investigating the money that people have. So there are people who are like that. They are still investigating other people's wealth when they are supposed to have succeeded. There are people who are in that category. So that's the first category of people who are actually on this live stream now. They know so much, yet they have so little. We refer to them as knowledgeable broke men or knowledgeable broke women. These are knowledgeable broke people. Now, the second set of people are those who've experienced one bull run and they've made mistakes after that last one, but they intend on doing better because they believe that they have learned from their mistakes, whether mistakes of impatience or mistakes of greed. They believe that they're going to do better. They believe that they've learned from their mistakes. So this time around, they want to do better. Now, the third category of people, are those who have not experienced any bull run at all. It's like probably they've experienced the bear market, but this is the first bull run they're about to experience. And this is the thing about these three categories. The first category have been doing a lot of things wrong. But one problem with them is that they know too much. And the too much knowledge they have is frustrating them. They have known too much that is frustrating them. Too much of excessive knowledge without action can be, should I say, disastrous. Knowledge can be dangerous. I call it the deception of knowledge, because even if you read the Holy Book, it said there that knowledge puffed up. In other words, the more you know, the more pride can sit on in the heart of a man, and you begin to think that you've known too much, and it clogs your judgment, it clogs your decisions. Now, I can recall the last bull run. In the last bull run, there are a lot of people a lot of experts, OGs, smart people, great people in the space who were always speaking against meme coins. They'd be like, meme coins is not good, meme coins is trash, meme coins, shit coins. Only look for fundamental. The way they speak against meme coins, you would think it is their father that owns cryptocurrencies, or it's their mother that invented crypto. Oh god. And now the funny thing was that you now see a newbie is going to come into the space, and that newbie is going to make $1 million from few crazy money, or somebody who doesn't have years of experience, who just want to make $100,000, $200,000. And this dude here has been in the space and he's against it. So most of them missed gains from Shiba Inu that we made. Some of them missed gains from a lot of these coins because they felt they were too knowledgeable. And guess what was the next alternative? Most of them now think that the best alternative is that they have to start creating their own meme coins at the end of the day. So they are not going to totally miss out of the run. But they won't have needed to create their own coins if they actually learn to flow with the market. Understand that nobody owns the monopoly of this market. Nobody is a god in this market such that you can control it. No single soul. Every single one of us are all strategic speculators. Whether we agree with it or not, that is the fact. And some of you do not like to hear that. It is because most of us are carried away with shiny things. When somebody comes and shows a lot of shiny things, shiny results, and does a lot of things, you become so carried away. And sometimes these people show a lot of shiny things to you, and the end of the day, you might end up losing money to them. And you begin to curse these people that these people are scammers, these people are. But when if you honestly, if you ask me, I won't even refer to these people as scammers. I'm not defending anybody, but I will refer to you yourself as the scammer. It is the greed in you. It's the greed in you that will make you leave authentic knowledge, authentic truth, and go and start looking for people who are just probably lying to get your attention because you want to hear the lies. You want somebody who will brag with lies and you believe the lies the person is bragging with, so you can now do what the person is saying. You live facts, you live authentic. And this is one of the detriments, especially the blacks, especially the Africans, is one of the detriments of people who are in this part or sector of the world. So you miss out because of this. Then there are those who believe that okay, um they've learned and they are going to correct, and then those who haven't even experienced at all. Now, this is the thing you need to understand. You don't have enough time to do try and error in this bull run. You don't have that time any longer. You don't have that time any longer. You don't have that time any longer. Why do I say don't have that time any longer? It's because this is the first time in the history of the world we're having the ETF approved in the same year we're having Bitcoin halving. And not just are we going to have one ETF, which is the Bitcoin ETF, we have series of ETFs in this same year. This is the first time it is happening. This means that the global acceptance we've been predicting and talking about, global acceptance for cryptos, is happening in 2024 right before your eyes. It's already happening. As we speak, BlackRock itself has acquired over 20,000 BTC. And just watch within the next couple of months, the numbers, by the time you start calculating the numbers of ETFs that are approved and the hedge funds and equity firms that would have acquired BTC, I wouldn't be surprised if the total amount exceeds 1 million BTC. That means these people will begin to hold a higher percentage of Bitcoin very, very soon. What does this mean? The world power is shifting into crypto 100%. And when that happens, the opportunity for the layman is gone. Now, the opportunity of crypto is not gone, no, but the layman opportunity is gone. Only those who have mega funds, bigger amount, and have positioned themselves to ride this with 7 figures, 6 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures will be making the most out of it. And you who is trying to have a better life, achieve financial freedom, will be out of this opportunity. You'll be out and gone by then. Now, one of the reasons is most people don't like to, so you don't have that time. Most people do not want to afford. Let me show you guys something that helped me very well in the last bull run and why I made so much money and changed my life. Now, this is something that I think I posted it. Let us check the General House of Wealth channel, our announcement channel. We have about 8,000 plus persons there. So now let's check something. So this was in 2021 when I used to advertise. I used to advertise the VIP channel, then the VIP channel there, and I want to show you something. One of the things I did then, so you understand that nothing just happens. It's not by chance. Now, this was in 2021 when I used to advertise the House of Red channel. So if you look through all the benefits I used to write down here, let's look at number 7. Number 7 states here that anybody who joins the VIP gets access to crypto recommendations and research reports from all these institutions. We had Symmetric Crypto Briefing, Stransberry Crypto Capital, DeFi Digital Institution, Premium Signal Channel Access, Coin Analysis and Recommendation, Monthly Project Newsletter, Palm Beach Confidential. Here is Crypto Capital website, and I posted the website there. If you know about this, it's cost alone $5,000 there to work with Tika Tiwari and was first recommended Chainlink around 30 cents, and Engine 2018, MCO in 2019. Symmetry costs about $900 a year and all that. And I say that you can easily go to these platforms and spend that amount of money. I don't have issue with you. But wisdom tells you to save yourself the expense of stress and navigate this path with somebody who knows the road at a cheaper cost. Now, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So why am I showing us this? Let me remove that. Those are 10 of the biggest crypto research firms in cryptocurrencies, in the world of cryptos. The 10 biggest as of 2021. I paid to join every single one of them. So I'm not gonna miss out any information at all. And guess what? When I was spending, I felt like maybe they're robbing me. I felt like the money was too much. But guess what happened at the end of the day? I made 100 times, 200 or 5 or 1,000 times more than it at the end. And I never cared about what I paid because it was a worthy investment. Worthy investment. Now, if you're not ready to make a sacrifice for your future, for tomorrow in this bull run, you are not just serious about your life. You aren't serious about your life. This is not the time to speculate. This is not the time to ask if you're enriching one person's pocket or another. This is the time to get as much information as you can afford. Spend that money on it because you'll be grateful you did in the nearest future. Now let's look at a couple of coins which I'm going to be giving us today. One of those coins is LYX. One of those coins is LYX. This is one of the picks from our. It's one of the picks from our. What's it called? Our bull run portfolio, which spreadsheets, which automatically, if you join our bull run group, you would have access to it. And currently, there's an ongoing discount for the bull run group, so you can literally just take advantage of it and plug in on the bull run group to have access to the full spreadsheet and the periodic sessions and teachings I'm having with them every single week. Now let's look at LYX. I bought LYX for about $5, less than $5 last year, and I started talking about it from December. And it was below $10 when I started talking about it in December, and right now it's around $11 or so. And I started talking about it, and I was like, I'm going to begin posting about LYX every day for the next 100 days. And a lot of people are going to be concerned, why? And this was how I did when during the last bull run for Chainlink. I was just, although most of the events I did was physical events, so I was talking a lot about Chainlink, so much that people are like, why is Worth always talking about Chainlink? But everybody who embarked on Chainlink, so many persons' life were changed as a result of Chainlink. And I believe so many persons' life could also be changed if this does well as well. Now, what is so special about LYX? What is the unique thing about LYX? Where am I going to begin from now to tell you guys? So I'm just going to say two things. The first thing is looking at the community of LYX. The community is insane. The community is big. The community is massive. The community is huge. But the question you ask is, why is the community around LYX? Now, if you look at majority of the community around LYX have been holding LYX since 2021. These guys have been holding this token for 2 years. This is what we call a cult-like community. And one of the strongest communities ever when it comes to cryptos is cult-like communities that moves in like a cult. They are addicted to it. It's a very key factor, which I've already talked on that point and all that. Number two thing you want to look at is, who is the founder behind LYX? Who is the founder behind LYX? Who is the founder behind LYX? Meanwhile, while we're here to do that, let's go to their Twitter page and see if we can. I need to look for their website so we can enter in on their website probably. It's loading. So why it's loading or waiting for it to load, let me just continue. Now, the founder of LYX is the same person who created the ERC20 standard and the ERC721 standard. Now, people are going to be confused. What does ERC20, ERC721 standard mean? Now, we talk about Ethereum, which is the number 2 cryptocurrency in the world, as the inception of DeFi, decentralized finance. Because of Ethereum, we are having dApps all over. we have smart contracts where people can literally build on. So Bitcoin came as a store of value, but Ethereum came and people can now build, not just a store of value, people can, it now has utility. Decentralized finance came as a result of this. And for that to be possible, we had the ERC20 standard. And the ERC20 standard, that thing whereby that address you could now copy in your Ethereum wallet, and that same address could hold multi chains. You can, that same address could hold coins for multi chains. That is the ERC20 standard. Trying to break it down to a layman level for you to get now. That's in my ERC20 standard. So all those coins that people will be able to create, different that people are able to create, that's the ERC20 standard. Now, the brain behind that is the same person that founded Luxor. Because Ethereum was not founded by Vitalik alone. There were various people behind it. We have what we call the Ethereum Foundation Alliance, so Ethereum Alliance Foundation, whatever it's called. Around that, that's like the synonyms and all that. So the EEA. Now, then the ERC721 standard is the NFTs. NFTs were saying NFTs is the ERC. They were built on ERC721 standard. So without that standard, there will be no smart contract as we have today, whereby that has opened the opportunity for decentralized finance. The person who created that standard is this guy, and he made that dream to come true working with Vitalik. Vitalik is the main face behind Ethereum, but Ethereum was not possible by him alone. There were people who were together with him making Ethereum possible. I hope we get that straight now. Now, some of the guys who worked directly, for the guys who worked directly with Vitalik and who were part of this Ethereum Foundation, one of them is Charles Hoskinson, which is the founder of Cardano. The founder of Cardano. Let's go there. Let's go to cryptocurrencies market cap and let me share the tab. This is the founder of Cardano. So let me do this. Let me make this a bit bigger for you guys. The founder of Cardano, which is Ada. A lot of people like Cardano, but I actually hate Cardano so much. But a lot of people like it. I don't know what number the coin is in currently. Okay, it's number 9. It's number 9, and it's about $18 billion market cap. It's number 9 on the market's capitalization or whatever it's called. Now, the second person who was working with Ethereum is the founder of Polkadot. Polkadot. And Polkadot is currently number 13th on CoinMarketCap. The third person, which is number 4 in the team, is Fendura, which is the founder of LYX. And guess what? Every one of them, their coins are in top 15. LYX is the only one that is still in top 200. So there is no reason. There's no reason. So one of the things you also discovered that out of, besides, just like other Polkadot and other have been are running on their mainnets, LYX hasn't been on its mainnet. It has been on its testnet ever since years now. So it just went on its mainnet few weeks ago. Few weeks ago was when it went on the mainnet, meaning that action just began on this ecosystem. So if you can see the potential of how huge this is, the people who are the main voices that has made decentralized finance open to us, every one of us, has made us to have access to this thing that there are a lot of people, especially Africans, who can brag that they are some people say they are the fathers of Bitcoin, some say they are the fathers of crypto. A lot of that Africans are very good in bragging. Now, the real people, the real voices that has made it possible, who we can refer to as the fathers of crypto, the real people who have created everything that everybody's building on, these are the guys. And that is why their tokens are in the top 15, top 10. because they are the first movers, people who were able to see and position ahead of whatever we're building, looking at on building on or learning from as well. And LYX founder is one of those people. So just tell me why this shouldn't be top 20. Just tell me why it shouldn't be top 20. Tell me why this shouldn't be a top 20 token. Tell me why. Now, if you look at the third thing, which that's going to be the last thing I'm going to say is here. You can see here it says Luxo is the blockchain for the new creative economy. New creative economy. New creative economy. Talking about new creative and economy, we're talking about the new set of creative opportunities in the blockchain. Luxo is basically going to be the future for that. The future for that. The future for that. So there is literally a very huge advantage on this asset class, and you can see why I am so happy about it, why I'm so excited about it, why I'm so bullish about it. You get my views now. You get what I'm saying now as well. So I've been holding and still holding and keep on holding. Someone said, how much is the access? Yes, the bull run group is $400 actually. The price is still going to increase to $500 very soon. But there's a current discount. The current discount makes it available around, yes, makes around $200 to $250. So this person wants to answer it correctly as well. If you want to plug into the discount, you can just go to the website or come into my DM as well to plug in and get access. So that is our number one token that I am bullish on. You guys know I've been bullish on since last year, and I'm still bullish on till now. And I'm currently on the 1 of 100 days challenge of posting about it. Now you can also support the challenge whenever you see my post. Today is day 2, and I posted day 2 already. So if you see it on either Facebook or you see it on Twitter, share, drop a comment, like it, and encourage my mission on and vision on the LYX ecosystem. I also opened doors to opportunities in the ecosystem, which is NFTs, and a lot of us have already started making money from it for free with the free mints and the paid mint alphas I've been dropping to us on our email for the past 1 or 2 weeks now. I swear, a good number of us have minted and have made some money. Even the last free mint or so was selling for around $80 or so, maybe $100 around that range. I don't know how much it is right now, but I know some of you guys actually minted as well. How many of you guys actually even minted? How many of you minted? Drop a comment if you actually minted. So that is our number one. Our number one. Let's go to number two. Number two. If you want me to go to number two, I want to see your comment as well. Let me know if you want me to talk about number two. So I know people are here with me on this session. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of people saying their means fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Somebody says unable to mint, sir. My account says insufficient balance. Who needs a balance to mint? You don't even know what is happening. Why don't you know what is happening? You're seeing the future of new creatives whereby minting is without gas free. We are minting for free without gas free. You're talking about balance. Free money a lot of us are making there. You are sleeping. Somebody joined the bull run group today and he got it from what free mint. He minted 2 free mints. He sold it for about $300 and he joined the bull run group just from that information and all that as well. So let's move to number two. Drum rolls. Number two is a particular token that's called DOP. DOP. Now, where I want us to go to DOP, we'll have to go to the airdrop hub this time around. Because DOP, we have, I think it's Shola. Shola posted about DOP earlier on in the airdrop hub. Where is the airdrop hub again? Now I'm confused. Okay. So let me go there. Uh, when they start talking about this from 2023 or so. So DOP hasn't launched yet, but it's been on the, how do I do this now? It hasn't launched yet, but Shola posted about it. They've been doing their test nets, as you can see here. The test net has been ongoing. As I can see, over 49 comments. That means a lot of you are already engaging on the test net. You can also see here what Pinnacle Shola wrote here. He said, DOP is indeed a strong project. Make sure you do their testnet since they are only allocating. So they're only allocating 1% for testnet users, 1% for testnet users, and 23% for Tommy holders. I know that. So you can see Binance tagged them here on their Twitter page. Binance tagged them here. They have a solid partnership with Binance. So I wouldn't be surprised as they could most likely get listed on Binance this year, as their listing is this year as well. Then I just want to quickly go through this. A snapshot was taken, right? For the test nets and the airdrop folks, guys that are doing and all that. So I'm just going through the tags that was posted by Shola on this DOP. So let us look at this. Let us look at this. If you look here, you might not see this clearly, but it's on the airdrop hub, and most of you are on the airdrop hub. So you can actually click on search, type DOP, and you could come here. But let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can actually stop sharing and use this. Okay, I can do this. So if you look here, the launch pad and liquidity is going to cost 6%, advisors 3%, DOP reserve 6.0%. We're looking at the tokenomics of DOP right now. Their core team 22%, operational marketing 8%, testnet reward 1%, Tommy holders 23%, private sale 30%, private sale 30%, private sale 30%. So after private sale, there's going to be launch pad and there's going to be public sale. So now looking at it, I looked at the opportunity in this and I shared this for us on the across the groups. Across. So let me just quickly let me look for a post because I know I made a new post and I'm just going to share it across the groups again that I did not share it to because I posted it only in the private groups. So but I'll just post it in the general places while I'm doing the explanation I want to do now for you guys. So I think I just posted it everywhere. So probably people can see the Twitter link and all that also. You can see the Twitter link and all that. So how do I share my screen back? So let's go back to what I was saying. Because I'm looking at the post. So this was the first post I made. Their token launch and sex listing is coming up. Their main net as well is coming up. Comprehensive audits and all that and all that and all that, blah, 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 blah. So the link I sent is an opportunity for us to get in on the private sale before the launch, which is expected to take place this year. The private sale has various rounds, and in each round, it increases. In each round, it increases on the higher side. So we have an opportunity to get in at the cheapest price. And within a few days, the round is going to end and all that. Now, private sales have given me the biggest amount of money. The biggest amount of money in crypto has come from private sales. And not just me, even from those. Most of the people you are looking at who are making so much money in crypto, and you're wondering like, what are they doing that is different from yours? I'm not looking at people who are scamming now. People who are really doing crypto. 90% of them make the biggest amount of money from private sales. Why is that? Because when a coin launches and that coin does plenty exit, you're asking, how is that amount of money made? It is because before a token launch, most times they do seed sale, private sale. And when they do seed sale, when they do private sale, it moves over to public sale. And when they do their public sale, then they launch. Sometimes after doing private sale, they will now do pre-sale. So private sale is different from pre-sale. Pre-sale is public. Pre-sale, they can be posting about it. Private sale, most times, projects don't post about private sale. That's why it's called private. They don't post about it. That's why it's called private. What you see them post about is their pre-sale and their public sale. So most times the project goes through seed sale, private sale. After the 2 stages, it goes into uh, pre-sale and then public sale. Then it launches. Within the pre-sale and public sale, sometimes some of them goes through launch parts. But the major, so now in each of these stages, the price is cheaper. It is cheapest at the seed sale, cheaper at the private sale, and more expensive as it goes on and goes on and goes on before listing. And now those people who get at the cheapest price, most times a part of those tokens are vested, and then a certain percentage is released for them. But the good thing is that the percentage that is released for them can make them outrageous gain, and the one is vested is to help the project, so the project is not entirely dumped and destroyed by those making the massive amount of gain. So you and I are seeing a project that is having a partnership with the biggest exchange in the world already. And not just are they saying it, you are seeing that Binance tweeted them and tagged them. What are you looking for again? What do you need? What evidence are you looking for again? And you have the privilege sitting before you, and you are not paying attention to it. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. Like I always say, the only one of the way you know a man's time has come that his eyes are open. His eyes are open to see. So no matter how we see opportunity in saying, you might not be able to see the opportunity, not because you're a bad person and we're a good person, just because maybe your time has not come to make money. Your time has not come to succeed. Probably if your time has come to succeed, you definitely see what I'm seeing and what I'm saying. I swear. I posted it across if you're in the WhatsApp groups, you're on the Telegram groups, you definitely have seen the post I made. And you can literally just follow the post, follow the steps, and then do. Personally, I invested 10 Ethereum. But when I read through the potentials of DOP, I increased it and added my position, and I made it like 12 Ethereum. So right now I have 12 Ethereum, invested so far in DOP. And I may even increase my position as time goes on if I have some spare funds to it. But right now, I have about 12 Ethereum as well. A friend of mine went to do research on DOP. And after I did that research, he called me and says, Shifu, I'm going to throw in 30 Ethereum on DOP. And he did that. 30 Ethereum DOP. People are going crazy on the opportunity here. And these things are there for you to research. Those of you who know me, I don't come and just blab. I do my research. I do my check-ins before I come and do live sessions to say anything. So these things are literally verifiable out there. Okay, somebody said here, one of the co-founders of Cardano is part of the team of DOP. Wow, I didn't even know this far. So imagine one of the co-founders of Cardano is part of the team of DOP. We don't know how, most of you guys don't know how big the opportunity I posted for you guys is. I've shared it across all the groups. The steps are there. You click on the private sale link, you just use the access code there, put in your email, and then you can throw into it. This is literally huge. Let me do something. I wanted to click the link of DOP, so I show you guys something. So I don't know if, so the link is obviously should be at dop.org, right? Because privacy is privacy.dop.org. So the link is dop.org. So let us go to, we're going to leave um LXY now to go to DOP. I'm using LYX. I have to confuse it. LXY, LYX. Oh my goodness. So while some people are looking for the crumbs, I think the airdrop opportunity is over and the tested and the mainnet is there. And we have opportunity to embark on the public on the private sale, sorry, at a very cheaper level right now. So it's either you utilize the opportunity or you are definitely going to miss out. So this is DOP. Let me share the screen. This is DOP. You see, a data protocol is utilizing zero ZK proof, zero knowledge proof in order to allow flexible transparency on top of Ethereum L1. DOP allows users and dApps to store assets and make transactions privately or selectively disclose token holdings and historical information. Let me explain that grammar for you guys who it might be so big for you. You know, when you do transactions on Ethereum, do transaction online, we say it is transparent. People can literally verify it. You can actually see how many tokens somebody is holding. You can track somebody's wallet. You can know what they are dealing on, where they are sending money to, and all that. Now, DOP helps to make that private. That when you're making your transaction, you can decide what you want people to see and what you don't want people to see. So it helps in improving anonymity while ensuring transparency. That's one of the major things it's doing. So the major privacy that should have been in the crypto space, it's coming to help in that regard, as regards L1's transactions and all that as well. So you can actually embark on, and that is the simplest form I'm using to explain to you. So it's something whereby a lot of the huge guys and big guys, major whales and platforms are throwing mega money behind this because of the forces and the names behind this. It's not a small project, it's not a small ecosystem, it is a big project, as you can see, with big opportunities. For you to be partnered with the number one exchange in the world, you should understand the caliber of how big and massive this project is and all that, and what you should do as regards that as well. So the third project, we have one more project which we are to talk about, coin number three. But this is the thing here, new set of coming. Okay, let me just click that. So we have one more coin to go, but we've already tapped in 1 hour. And I told you guys, as usual, I do not like our sessions to exceed an hour. I don't want to I don't want our sessions to be too long. So what I'm gonna do is we're having our Saturday morning show. And a Saturday morning show, I'm going to be teaching something very specific and actually important for every single person. On that show, I want to check for the exact topic which I'm going to delay on, is how you can start making 6 to 7 figures in crypto fast without investing. Without investing money, how you can start making 6 to 7 figures in crypto. I'm going to be giving you guys guideline steps that you can utilize on our Saturday morning show. It's going to be 10 a.m. on Saturday 20th. So what I'm going to do is I might slide in the number 3 coin during the morning show, since it's going to be on a Saturday, so we can literally like get to um get to know the number 3 coin. So what you guys gonna do for me is on Friday, tomorrow is Friday, and then we're gonna have Saturday. So somebody should please do me a reminder that I didn't talk about the third coin today because time was up, and I promise I'm going to talk about it on Saturday as well for every single person. But I've already shared 2 huge and massive opportunity for you guys as well right now. The offer that is ongoing in the Bull Run group, make sure you take advantage of it, because in a few days time it is gone and you won't have it again, and the price of the Bull Run group will be increasing, and if it's increasing, you will be left behind. You do not want to be left behind. You want to take the opportunity you have right now to have access to the periodic mentorships I'm doing with them, the periodic classes I'm doing with them, so you can have the right guidance to help you in this season and this period we are in. Invest in yourself. Invest in your knowledge. There's no investment that we invest in. They said investing in yourself is the best form of investment because it always yields results. And joining the Bull Run Group is an investment in yourself that you need to do and make in this season and this time that we are in. So, like we always say, if the student be ready, the Shifu will appear. And when the Shifu appears, the student will always prevail. I've given us two informations. Run with the informations I've given today, and I can't wait to see how many testimonies are going to spring out from this information that's given. I talked about the market and what we should expect. I talked about two asset classes and how the potential involved in them and what we're looking at in these two asset classes as well. And then I'm to talk about a third asset class, but the time is already gone and we are 3 minutes past 1 hour. I want to be known as somebody who keeps the time when I said it is, which already I'm that kind of a person actually. So I don't want the time to be too long. So if I said we shouldn't exceed an hour, we shouldn't exceed that time. So guys, see you on Saturday. See you on Saturday. And see those of you who are taking advantage of the discount to join the Bull Run Group now as well in my DM as well. Bye for now, guys, and have a blessed evening for those who want to have their life change and change their stories ASAP. Peace out.